Hey y'all, welcome to Tara and Heal. Welcome to the place where we Tara and Heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Lisa here. Welcome to your full moon in Taurus reading. All right. Hope you guys getting cozy with this full moon in Taurus. Got your blankets ready, got your hot chocolate, all that good stuff. All right, let's go. I come to you, Holy God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that we need to know for the full moon in Taurus? Thank you. Okay. So we have hollow bone, teachability coming through. This is the energy. I'm hearing wisdom, of course. When this card comes out, I usually talk about what it talks about in the book of this deck, which is the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. And in the book, it talks about how this is a shaman's skull, a shaman's flute made out of an animal's skull, right? And how they blow into the skull, which is a flute, to create beautiful music. And this is the energy of allowing spirit to use us, pretty much. Allowing them to blow into us, our vessel, so that we can manifest what needs to be manifested. Now, this can come through as creative ideas. You know, if you're creative, you know how that works. That inspiration, sometimes it just comes through. You're like, where did that come from? You get this light bulb moment. It's like, okay, that wasn't me. You know, sometimes we get blessed with just creative ideas that flow through. That's what I'm getting there. It does feel a little heavy-handed. What I mean by that, I feel like there's a very clear thing that needs to come through. That's what I'm getting here. There's a very clear idea. And this idea could be anything. It could be a song. It could be an invention. It's a very clear thing that needs to happen. It could be a meeting with someone, okay? So it feels like spirit will be a little bit more clearer in the signs, less vague in this time. If there's some type of goal that you want to accomplish or a vision of some sort, I feel like they'll be very clear as to how to get there. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this hollow bone teachability. And there's a need to be flexible as to how to get there. I feel like the signs will be made very clear. Follow the spiritual GPS at this time. It won't lead you astray. Okay. You might be led to do things differently. Things that you, whether it's just doing something totally different or doing the same thing in a different way. Okay. So we have Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. See, yeah. This card usually comes out when there's like a plethora of choices to make. There's many paths you can take. There's many roads you could take to go to this vision or this goal. But there's a very clear one that is the most elegant solution, okay? And Spirit is being heavy-handed and showing you out of the many choices, there's one. Whether this is in love, whether this is in your career, whether it's just in how you show up in the world. Out of many choices, there's one clear path that is very much aligned with your higher self and the vision that, the vision that your higher self has for you. Even now, while I'm doing the reading, I feel like I'm getting coached. That's what it feels like. being coached through this next cycle to get to where you need to get to. It's like when you're on a date with someone. This doesn't happen. Why did I say this? Okay. Imagine, I think we've all seen like scenes or whatever where someone is talking to someone. Maybe it's a date, maybe they're a spy, whatever the case is, they have something in their ear that's telling them, hey, okay, say this. Oh, do that. Okay, it's that energy, something in your ear, something buzzing to tell you, to give you signals. How can those signals come up? That depends on you and your relationship with your guides and the language that they speak. Okay, the sign, a white dove could be, it can signal one thing for you and it can be a different signal for someone else. Okay, so let's not get caught up in that. Whatever your unique language is, and you'll know what it is by how it makes you feel, okay? If somebody tells you something and then you get this download, there we go. Trust the download. That download isn't for everyone, okay? That sign isn't for everyone. So you're gonna get your own unique signposts, it seems. Okay. Lost in space, needing direction. Yeah. Yeah, the GPS, the spiritual GPS. Let's get into this reading. Oh man, what are we talking about here? What's going on? Okay. First breath, beginner's mind. If some of you guys are finding yourself in a new cycle and you're feeling lost, you're wondering what's next, this is the answer here, okay? This is what's playing out here. Spirit is about to get very heavy-handed, or you have to get closer to here. All right, let's get more into it. What have we manifested since the new moon? All right, what have we manifested since the new moon? So we have the Two of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles coming out. I'm getting the solo path of alignment here, okay? The Two of Cups is alignment, okay? Whether it's with someone else, but I feel like this is about our solo journey. Whether you're with someone or not, this is about your path to your higher self, okay? That's what I'm feeling. This is like a hero's journey, a fool's journey, whatever. But it's your specific, unique journey. With that Nine of Pentacles, which is also kind of a single energy. And as I mentioned before, this doesn't mean that you have to be single. It just means this is your independence, okay? Your independent journey. Doesn't matter what's going on the outside world, all right? Your alignment. So I feel like preparation was made to put us in this place of alignment with the Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. And where are we now? Where are we now? So we have the Emperor with the Page of Cups in reverse. I'm feeling it's something about waiting for the dust to settle. Now, some of you guys, you might have already been in a shaken up. Your life might have already been shaken up, or the shakeup is about to happen, and it's time to just pause, let the dust settle. When the dust settles, then you'll realize that you're in Emperor mode, okay? And it's time to get acclimated to those new waters as Emperor, okay? As the leader in your own life. This card here, this energy here. This has this energy of what happens after you take a leap of faith. After you're guided to do something, right? And you go through all of this in your mind. What should I do? Should I take this leap? Should I not? This is a snapshot of what happens after you actually take the leap. Then it's like, okay, well, I'm in this new world now. What do I do now? Okay? That's what it feels like here. Feeling lost, needing direction, feeling the potential in the air, but not knowing what to do with it, not knowing what to take, if there's many choices. How do I move forward now? If I can create whatever I want, geez, well, what do I really want, you know? And Spirit is coming in to guide, okay? Like, hey, something's gonna light up. A path is going to light up. And as I mentioned, this path can come through as a creative idea or as inspiration to go for a specific job. It can be someone who walks in and tells you something randomly at a movie theater, right? It could be a conversation. It could be something on TV. Just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out, okay? Don't go searching for the signs, but just keep an open mind, okay? When something makes you jolt, when something lights you up, pay attention to those moments. Like, that's a moment. I'll give you an example. Like, sometimes when you meet people, it lights you up, right? Or you can meet someone and say, okay, that's a main character. I don't know what's about to happen with that situation, but something is going to happen. As opposed to, and this doesn't even, it doesn't have to be a huge entrance that they bring. You can meet someone at a bar and then you're like, I think they're probably going to be in my life for a little bit. I don't know why, right? So things like that. Pay attention to those moments, okay? It feels like it can come in very subtly. I mean, Spirit, the language of Spirit is so subtle. It is. So yeah, it's need to just keep an open mind and stay open to it. Anyway, so here we are with the Emperor and a Page of Cups coming out in reverse. There's a need to get acclimated to these new waters, these new Emperor waters, even though we're feeling lost, right? What do I do with this new energy? What do I do with this new stance, this new position? What do I do with this new world? All right. What are the possibilities that can come from this new world? I knew what the possibilities were for the old world. This is foreign. It's a foreign concept. It's a strange world, a strange territory. What are my desires as Emperor? Doesn't matter what your gender is. We're going to have to realize that our desires have changed, okay? Yeah. Okay. What's coming to our awareness? Oh, that card came out crazy. 6 of Cups. What's coming to our awareness with the 6 of Cups is this realization, as I mentioned, our desires have changed. And we're going to realize what really sets our heart ablaze. The things that we thought we wanted before, we're going to realize that it was based on, old ego, shadow energy, whatever the case is. And now it's about to finally be revealed. What do we actually want in this position, in this more clearer sense, as we're getting closer to our higher self? What starts to light up now? Okay. Anything else for what's coming to the awareness? 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Because we're in this state here with the 2 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, we're in this state, as I mentioned, that energy of like being solo solo on your vibe, solo in your energy and in alignment. This level of clarity makes it very clear what doesn't belong. So what doesn't belong is about to stand out for you, stick out like a sore thumb. And of course, this can include people, but I really feel like this is all internal. This is all an internal energy. We talked about this in a past moon reading, I believe, where we talked about outdated desires. 1544, as I said that. Yeah, outdated desires is coming up. Things that you thought you wanted before, you're going to realize that it's not doing it for you anymore. Okay, but yeah, this level of clarity is coming through. Why is that Five of Swords there? It just feels like a purification of our desires. That reading that I did about, is it worth the fight? Things that we're going for, we're going hard for, that we don't really care for, that our heart really isn't in. That's this energy here. So I guess that reading was like a prelude to this moon reading, because it seems like that is what's being highlighted right now. Where does our heart really lie when it comes to everything in our lives? From this vantage point as Emperor, we can see things differently. We can call things out differently, because we're not looking at it through the eyes of, well, this is what they would think, or this is, you know, whatever excuses our shadows made for wanting certain things. We've gotten to Emperor energy, and from this new vantage point, the world looks different. The possibilities look different. The things that you currently have look different. And then your desires. How do you want to show up in the world? What do you want from your world? Those are about to change. Okay. What's no longer serving us? By the way, I will be doing a pick a card after, all right? What's no longer serving us? The Ace of Swords with the Hermit card. All right, cool. The things that aren't true, that's about to stick out to us. And with the Hermit card, this is a solo journey. It's a solo thing that's going to come up. I don't feel like this. I don't know why I keep wanting to say, hey, this is your thing. This is not something to talk to other people about. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that, because I feel like this is more of an intimate moment with you in spirit, you and your higher self. And I don't feel like people will quite understand when you shift gears. They won't quite understand why your desires are shifting, especially if you've been around people who've known you, and they've known you to want a certain thing or go after a certain thing, or be a certain way. When you change and you shift gears, that can't be, their opinions cannot be a factor. Also, yeah, the validation is not going to be a thing. You're probably not going to get that validation that you're looking for from other people. If you're looking to switch careers, if you're looking to, whatever it is that you're looking to shift gears into, the thing that your Emperor wants, your higher self wants here, you can't ask, I feel like you can't ask other people for opinions on this. That's what I'm feeling, all right? This is a you and you thing, all right? So, Sun card at the bottom of the deck, though, is all about the happiness. See, this solo energy, it just keeps coming out. The Nine of Pentacles, the Sun card, which is solo happiness, all right? This is all about you. What makes you happy without anybody else's opinion involved. And even if you try to, you know how sometimes, especially when you're on a spiritual journey, you'll have these signs, right? And then you try to explain to someone like, yeah, so I was walking down the street, right? And then a dog looked at me, right? They looked at me. That was so crazy. And they're like, okay. But in the moment for you, it did something to you. You had a download or something was triggered in you. You had a spiritual moment because of the dog looking at you, whatever the case is, right? You're not going to get that validation. Even if you tell someone, oh yeah, a bird flew by while I was thinking this thought, and I just knew that that was a sign. These moments in this time right now, these moments that you have, these unique synchronicities, these unique spiritual happenstances are just for you, and you can't expect other people to validate it. If you go on and look for that, I feel like that's going to take you off track. So just be mindful of that. All right. I feel like that needed to be said. All right. How can we release and let go? The Sun card. All right. So yeah, because we have to let go of these false desires, these outdated desires, by introspection, by going in with the Hermit card coming through. Okay. Once we let go of this, then we find out real happiness. We'll have the ability, we'll have the time, we'll have the energy to actually go for the things that actually make us happy. All right. Nine of Swords. See, yeah, it's something. I feel like the overthinking, someone might try to solve this overthinking by asking others, because we do have the Five of Swords coming out with this Knight of Wands. There's definitely clearly something that we're being led to switch gears from. Okay, and this is a decision, only a decision that you can make. Okay. Because nobody can feel how you feel, and nobody can feel how, if something makes you feel this level of happiness, if this really, nobody's going to feel the level of fulfillment that you feel. Nobody can feel that. They can justify it or not justify it, right? They could say, well, it doesn't make sense for that to make you happy, right? They can say that all they want, but they can't feel what lights you up in your soul. Nobody's going to feel that. They're not going to feel your intuitive guidance, right? And I just feel like that needs to be made clear, because I do feel like there's going to be some signs, you know? And you're going to have to just trust it. And that can be scary territory if you're not used to doing that. Even if you are used to doing that, to see Spirit move heavy-handed in your life and point you in a very clear direction, that could be pretty scary too. All right, what's the blockages? Oh, the Empress came out. Oh my God. Okay. The Empress and the Emperor coming out. As we're in Emperor mode, right? Ready to take action, we have to consult our Empress, our inner Empress. There's nobody else to consult. You don't have to mastermind about this. You ain't got to ask your friends. You ain't got to call nobody. This is between you, your inner Empress, and your inner Emperor. What do you want, Empress? Okay, Emperor's about to go and get it. That's it. All right? That's a new way of moving. Page of Swords. The blockage is not acting on what your inner Empress is saying. The inner Empress being the feminine side of you, the one that is receiving the download, the side of you that's seeing the signs, the side of you that's like, oh my gosh, I felt that moment with that dog, right? But the Emperor could be like, man, you tripping, right? They have to work together. The feminine side is going to show the masculine, hey, the feminine side is more in touch with the subtle cues. And the masculine, because the masculine side needs to be ready for war, ready for action. When the feminine says, hey, this is a new direction, okay? feel like I just said a word here. All right. What are we feeling to see? What's the advice? And then we're done. Moving on to the pick a card. What are we feeling to see? These cards are coming out with conviction. That is it. We need to have conviction of spirit for whatever it is that we're going for. The thing that make you happy, screw it. You scared, do it anyway. That's it. Boom. People gonna be mad? Fuck them. That's it. All right. What are we feeling to see? King of Wands coming out in reverse here. Losing control. Okay. It's time to regain control. It's time to regain it. See, this also has this energy of scattering the energy, scattering your desires all over the place. And that is causing you to lose control of your vision, of your life, or whatever the case is, all right? Or it can. But that's what we're being led to reel in. King of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Cups. That could be like, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that, or I want to date this person, I want to date that person, whatever. It's like being all over the place with so many options, right? While the Emperor is very sure about what they want, they know what it looks like, and if it's not that, kick rocks. I'm only putting energy, I'm only investing in the things that look like the vision that I have, the vision that my Empress gave me. That's it. Anything outside of that is just a waste of time and a distraction. It's not what my higher self wants. And that's the energy that we're being led to. Okay, so we're coming out with the High Priestess. Okay, so it's back to, getting the download and being confident enough, having enough conviction to act. Okay, this is what's coming out. The High Priestess, the signs coming through very clearly, or spirit being more heavy-handed. Two of Swords, it does lead to a breakthrough. It leads to a breakthrough of thought. Oh, I can trust myself. I can consult me, myself, and I. I don't have to ask the whole peanut gallery what they think. Because they don't have the vision that I have. They're not my higher self. They don't know. They don't know me. I know me better than anyone else, right? So who am I going to consult? I'm going to consult me and my higher self. Okay? That's the energy here. It's time to make a judgment call on that. Make a judgment call on that, all right? All right. Overall advice? Yeah. So you have the Seven of Cups coming out again. This energy, with the High Priest, Two of Cups. Okay, look. I don't know why I'm feeling like there's many choices. If you have many choices, out of many, there is one clear path. There's one clear path where your spirit is telling you to go, okay? The signs are gonna get very real. That's what I'm feeling here, okay? If you pay attention, you're gonna see the signs. It's not gonna be that confusing. But if you are distracted with other things, then it probably would be harder to see the signs, okay? So Two of Cups with the Seven of Cups. I feel like out of many, there is one wish fulfillment path, okay? The High Priestess is coming out. It will be revealed. The High Priestess in reverse. That the one out of the many will be revealed, okay? I feel like the light will shine, like that is the choice, and just be flexible enough. Be flexible enough to go for it, okay? Chariot card, just go for it. That's it, all right? All right, let's go into the pick-up card. Oh, let me pull from the Animal Spirit deck. Pull one. I'll pull one real quick. Oh, hey, I know that's right. Come through, Spirit. Come on now. Guess what we got here? Eagle Spirit. Spirit got your back. They do. They gonna make it very clear too, okay? That's what I feel. That is what I feel. Like they're about to be like, hey, do this. I'm just getting coaching energy here. Move like this, say that, talk to that person, go down that street. It could be, obviously it doesn't have to be those types of like everyday, small moves, but it can be that, because you never know, those small moments could lead to great moments, and you never know, right? So yeah, just keep an open mind. Just follow the signs, whatever the signs are for you. If a feather is a sign for you, then that's a sign. If it doesn't have to be that for someone else. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Okay, cool. Let's get into the pick a card. We're gonna do 3 piles. Oh boy. All right. All right, y'all ready? 1 or 2, all 3, or all 3. All right. If they make me pull out a 4th card, they might. All right, whatever. Moving on. Let's see. All right, pile 1. How is this full moon in Taurus going to show up for pile 1? What lessons do they need to know? What are the signs leading them to? What is their source of happiness? Out of many, there's 1, you're saying. So what is that 1 for pile 1? Thank you. Six of Swords coming out. All right. All right, so 4 of Swords coming out, which is that hermit energy that we need to be in, so we can be in this clear-headed state so that we can pay attention to messages, okay? Now, when I talk about many things, out of many, there's 1. This could be many thoughts. You could be just cluttering your mind with anxiety, with whatever, okay? Thoughts that don't really matter. And that's just stopping you from actually getting your download. That's stopping you from actually seeing what you need to see. For example, if somebody is heartbroken about a relationship that's already done, and then they're at a party and they can't really enjoy the party because they're still thinking about the past pain, but their soulmate is at this party. They don't even know it. They can't even see it because they're so cluttered in their mind. They're not seeing the signs. It's leading them, hey, go talk to that chick or dude or whatever, right? That's the energy, okay? So that cluttered energy, that out of many, there's 1. It just feels like there's many distractions, whether these are actual options or your own thoughts or your own emotional state that's clouding your judgment and stopping you from seeing the truth, seeing what really lights you up. Okay, with that being said, let's go. All right, so we have the 6 of Swords coming out with the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like there's a slow movement away from something, okay, into something that's a bit more calmer for you, okay, and it does lead into this Empress energy, Earth Mother. Earth Mother's coming out. Earth Mommy, I like this card. It does seem like there's something that's right, something that has been made right. The scales have been balanced. We do have the 7 of Swords coming out. It feels like you might have you've gotten privy to some type of behavior or information. We do have the 3 of Cups coming out. So yeah, there with the 7 of Swords here, there might have been some type of deception going on, all right? And it's time to move away from that thing. We do have the Lovers card coming out in reverse, along with the Strength card. So this seems like it can be some type of deception in your intimate relationships, dare I say. It can be, okay? Or it could be your social circle. Oh, like this incense is doing something. It could be your social circle. Let's look more into it. Why is this Seven of Swords here? It'll be different for everyone, but either way, Empress coming out again. All right, pretty much, I feel like your social circle is stopping you from becoming Empress. Straight up, okay? They were stealing your energy, okay? Now, this could be multiple people, could just be one person, but it's definitely a source, an energy vampire source around you, and that's going to come to light, and it's time to move away from that. It does seem like it's going to be a slow process for you guys, but as long as you're moving in the right direction, you're all good, okay? You're slowly taking your power back here, so that's cool. Ultimately, it does lead with the nine. It ends with the 9 of Pentacles here. It leads to you stepping into more of your power with the Queen of Wands, okay? You're moving on to the next step of Empress, all right? Which will be the Queen of Wands. You carrying more fire, carrying more of your power. You being more bold. And with the Hermit card, this comes from reflection. This comes from reflection, all right? I feel like, yeah, Pile 1, you're surrounded by a person or people who are disempowering, and it's stopping you from actually growing, it's stunting your growth, and that's going to become very obvious for you. And I feel like it might already be, because the Seven of Swords is actually in your conscious awareness. So for some of you guys, this might come to light because you witnessed something. Whatever the case is, somehow it's going to be highlighted and it's going to be made very clear. That might be how Spirit is very heavy-handed, gets very heavy-handed for you. Yeah, it clears the confusion up, 7 of Cups. So you might have been like, oh my gosh, is this person shady? Are they not? I don't know. And then the universe kind of shows you very clearly. Or maybe you'll have an argument and they slip up and say something. Something like this happens where the deception is revealed and you're no longer confused about it. So if Pile 1, there's someone in mind where you're like, you're still on the fence, you're not sure if they're shady or not, that's how Spirit is about to be heavy-handed and showing you how shady they are. All right, let me look into the blockages for them real quick. What's the blockages here? What's the blockages for Pile 1? All these cards that came out of hers is coming out of right now. Okay. What's this? Oh, with the Queen of Wands. Bold action is needed, baby. Ace of Swords is coming out. This is ultimately what's happening. There's a truth that needs to come out about people who are not, they're stunting your growth. They're kind of stealing the energy a little bit from you, all right? And then the ability to be bold enough and courageous enough to step away from that after knowing, you know, because you can know that someone's shady and then still kind of stay around like, okay, well, I mean, nobody's perfect, you know, and you kind of stay, right? But it seems as if you're being led to leave and it requires a very bold move to do so. It requires the strength. It requires slow movement and it requires slow planning, strategic planning maybe, okay? But it definitely feels like slow movement out of this situation. It does, this has the energy of maybe like some long-term entanglements. Even if it's a long-term relationship or whatever the case is, it's just, you're entangled with this person or these groups of people, so it does require some slow movement away from the situation. It's not like a friend and you're like, oh, we could stop talking now. Screw you, I'm blocking your number. This doesn't feel that simple. But either way, you got this, right? All right. Animal spirit. Yeah, stag spirit, take the lead. So the Queen of Wands keeps coming out. This stag spirit is Aries energy for me. I'm getting this need. Yeah, bat spirit of rebirth is assured. There's a need for you to pull from this bolder side of you that you probably haven't shown this person or these people before, but there's a need for that. There's a need to exercise this new, this stronger version of you, this bolder version of you in order for you to get out of this situation, or separate yourself, or at least put some space between you and this person or these people so that you can fully blossom into Earth Mommy energy. You feel me? Empress energy. All right? All right. Well, that's that. Pile 2. Okay. What's going on for pile 2? Four of Swords. Everybody's getting the Four of Swords. Everybody needs to just chill. All right. Be still so they can tell you some things. Be still to get that download. Clear your mind. Yeah. All right. So you guys are also getting the Four of Swords, just like Pile 1 did. Now, they got it, the Four of Swords showed up for them at the bottom of the deck. You guys are starting out with the Four of Swords. So I feel like you're in that state, okay? Or you will be you'll put yourself in that state of introspection here. While I feel like Pile 1 probably needs to consciously put themselves in it, I feel like you guys are naturally probably going to flow into that state. Wow. Wow. Thank you, neighbor. Empress. All right. So we got the Earth Mommy coming out again. Pile 1 had this coming out too, okay? But the Four of Swords and the Empress Emperor energy are the energies that were coming up in the full moon collective reading. So I'm not surprised here. But yeah, let's see what's going on. How's it showing up for Pile 2? How's this full moon energy showing up for Pile 2? So we do have the Page of Cups coming out. With the Page of Pentacles. There's so many. Wow. This is wow. I love this energy. This energy is dope. You guys are in a great place. Or you will be in this full moon. This is like a blossoming of new emotions. It's very new energy coming through. All right. So we do have this. So the Four of Swords. See, as I mentioned, Pile 1, they need to get into the Four of Swords, so probably so they can experience this. Because out of this Four of Swords energy, out of this relaxation, this bubble bath, this flower rose petal bath, whatever the case is, however you relax, it brings this new blossoming of the heart space. It brings this new set of actions in the world, okay, how you show up in the world. And it all stemmed from this breakthrough with the Two of Swords. Some of you had some type of breakthrough here, okay? And that's going to be different how that breakthrough happens. But either way, it leads you into this new way of being. With the Ten of Cups, a level of contentment, emotional fulfillment. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, now this can be with someone else, but I just feel like this is your journey. Okay. Yeah, this is beautiful. So y'all have an Empress at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're already, Pile 2, you guys are already in this Empress mode and you're just kind of enjoying that. Okay, you're embracing that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like things are balanced with you guys with the Justice card. This is representing your inner world. The Justice card. And the subconscious is your 10 of Cups. Like, come on. Deep down, you're just feeling content within yourself. Something's, a breakthrough happened or will happen for you guys. That's just going to bring this level of comfort. Comfort in your spirit, comfort in your skin, comfort in just who you are. It doesn't matter what's going on around you right now. Or it can be that as well. It can be that you created a life that makes you feel comfortable. But I feel like this is deeper than that. This is deeper than that. This is lovely. This is a beautiful foundation for whatever manifestation is about to come your way. This is a level of contentment where you're like, you're feeling happy with yourself. You're filling up your own cup. That's what it feels like here. This is nice. Okay. Now we do have the Page of Swords coming out in reverse as an external influence. I don't know if people are seeing this part yet. Okay. I don't know if people are seeing that yet. Or, yeah, I don't think they're seeing that yet. This new attitude, this new blossoming that's happened. This is like a personal glow that happened, okay? A personal level of, I'm cool. I like myself, you know? But it might not have showed up on the outside world. Let's see. Like, even though you're Empress, you're probably still showing up as Queen of blah, 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 or whatever. Whatever other people knew you to be. You're still showing up as something else, but you're not showing up as the Empress as you are yet. Okay? And I don't think anything's wrong with that. I feel like you're just getting used to this Empress energy on your own, right? Before you actually show up as Empress. So we do have the King of Pentacles here. Just all this leadership energy, this contentment, security, emotional security within yourself, a balance within yourself, a knowledge of self, an inner knowing. I love this energy. Go ahead now, Power 2. That's what I'm talking about here. What else we got? All right, 9 of Pentacles coming out in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I don't know. There does seem like there's not, for whatever reason, there's a disconnect between how people see you and what you're actually experiencing in your inner world. And I just feel like that's a matter of time, to be honest. So we do have the Queen of Cups coming out in reverse with the 4 of Pentacles. It does seem like the hope is to let go of whatever this emotional, see, that's what I feel like it happened. If there was anything that was unsettling emotionally, that was handled, and I feel like that's the breakthrough that happened. So this, once you drop this emotional unhealthiness, uneasiness, whatever the source of this Queen of Cups in reverse energy is, whatever stopped you from having this emotional health, being in this emotional secure space, you drop that. So now all that's left is Empress mode. Beautiful. And the 7 of Cups, that's what it's ending with. 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups upright is, confusion, illusions, all that. And it's dropping that. It's realizing how your emotional state was taking you to places that you shouldn't be in. It's holding yourself accountable for your emotional state. Having that breakthrough, like, oh, I'm responsible for my own happiness. I'm accountable for how I move in the world or what my experiences are. I'm going to do as much as I can, to create my beautiful experiences. I'm responsible for my own 10 of Cups. That's where someone is. And this is the energy right here. If you're not in a relationship, I'll say it, this is the energy right here that is grounds for something coming right on in. This is that. That's that energy right there. All right. Let's see if there's any blockages. But let's see if there's any blockages here. This is that energy of like, I wasn't even looking for anything. And then somebody just came in. That's that. Like if you were in a stage where you were looking and then you finally got it and you're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to love with myself. And for real, love with yourself. This is that energy right there. This is right before somebody slide on in when you wasn't expecting it. All right. Any blockages for Paul 2? Come on now. All right. I would say the only thing for this, with the Four of Pentacles coming out, I would say there's a need to remain in that security, okay? I feel like there might be a fear, okay, this is why this inner strength, this inner Empress isn't being shown to the world yet. There might be a little bit of fear or something. There's something that is, you might, either this is actually, you're sensing that this is going to happen, that people won't accept this Empress energy, or they'll be thrown off by this Empress energy. Yeah, I feel like that's probably it. Or you're actually concerned about how people would take this Empress energy, that you're now in, this level of self-assuredness, all of that, you know, and it's like, okay, well, now I got to show up in this world in this way. How is the world going to take me in this energy? And that, the remedy for that is just stand solid in that. Don't waver. Be the Empress tree, okay? Yeah. Because this energy is new, it might be easy for you to slip back into some old cycles. I don't see you, not old cycles, just behaviors possibly, okay? Whatever they see you as, okay. Some of you guys, I don't even feel like this is a big deal, to be honest, but if this helps, then I'll say it. Because I feel like ultimately you're going to be solid in this energy. But while you're in this time of transitioning and getting more comfortable with this Empress mode, you're in a vulnerable state. You know, so if people come in too early into your life before you're solid in this energy, it's like Jello. You got to let that Jello sit. You know what I'm saying? Got to put that thing in the fridge, let it sit. Okay, so it's not getting all messy, right? You have to be solid and know what this Empress energy is and what that means for how you show up, what that means for your standards in the world. You have to be solid in that before someone new can come in, okay? Or before people come back in. If you're bringing people back in, whatever the case is, okay? Because it does feel like this is an internal journey that you're having, all right? Take as much time as you need to practice this energy. Take as much time as you need to get comfortable in this energy, all right? And be introspective as to what this Empress needs, okay? Doesn't matter what your gender is. Empress, Emperor, but either way. You got it. You good. What is the animal spirit for Paul 2? I think the biggest thing is, how do I present myself now in this world, or to the people who already know me? Trust the great mystery coming out. All right. Y'all good. Y'all good. The biggest thing is other people or the world at large. Even if it's not just people you know, you might just be like, okay, well, what does this mean for the world now because I'm moving like this? Not the world. But your world, how would my world change because of this? And it's like, you're good. Just stand in your Empress energy, Emperor energy, whatever it is. Just stand in that energy, stand firm in that thing. You're fine, okay? And things will adjust accordingly, and the universe will respond to that. There's nothing to be anxious about, all right? Y'all are good. Kudos to you, okay? Go get it. All right. Pile 3. What's going on, Pile 3? That's where that deck comes in. Got it. All right, Pile 3 is coming through early with the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, great. This is coming out with this energy of breaking patterns, thought patterns, loops. All right. everybody's getting the Four of Swords with every deck. I mean, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. They're all different decks. Four of Swords, okay? Listen, Spirit ain't playing. Clear up your mind. Everybody, we all need to do it. Clear up our minds, okay? I said this in the beginning of pile 1's reading. I think I'm gonna timestamp that because I clarified what that meant when I said in the collective reading what I meant when I said out of many there's one, right? This could be out of many choices there's one, but it also feels like there's many thoughts going on in your mind and you have to choose the thought that is going to take you where you need to go, okay? I didn't say it that way. That was actually a different way to say it, so you guys need to hear it that way, I suppose. Because we have all of Swords energy, which is thoughts. Thought patterns. What are you choosing to believe? What thought are you picking up, right? You can have many thoughts in your mind. You can have thoughts that say, oh, I'm trash. Or you can have thoughts that say, oh, I'm the shit. What thoughts are you going to keep picking? In any given moment? You have a choice of what thought you want to choose in any given moment. What thoughts are you continuously choosing? Because you're creating that loop pattern. You're creating that pattern for yourself. You're creating a creation for yourself, okay? Okay. Your social circle could be playing a role in the thoughts that you're choosing. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's need for some confidence here. Yeah, man. See, this is gonna piss me off. Three of Cups coming out at the bottom of the deck. That Three of Cups energy is that social circle that is affecting your thoughts. Okay, if you're surrounded by people who are talking about the struggle all day and every day, then you know, guess what? Guess what thoughts you're gonna be choosing in your mind when you're by yourself, okay? You're around people who are not enabling strength, thoughts of accountability, thoughts of confidence. All right. I feel like you're getting a sense of this, I feel. All right. Let's see what this reading's talking about, though. That's going to become clear, all right? There could be a lot of opinions swimming around in your head. Some of the thoughts that you're carrying are not from your own, not even from you, not even from your own shadow. Some of these thoughts are things that other people done said, they planted seeds, and now you thinking of things. It's like, all right, so it's time to clear that out. What do you actually think about a specific situation? The Four of Cups coming out in reverse. See, it's something there with the Ace of Swords. There's a thought that is not true, that someone has been looping on. They've been telling themselves this. This has to do with, like, it's been a source of regret or shame because it caused someone to possibly miss out on an opportunity, or a perceived opportunity. Radleigh. Why is this Four of Cups here? It's like somebody has this, it's a reason why, someone gave themselves a reason why something slipped through their fingers, for example, and it's something that's simply not true. Anyway, so that's coming to the forefront now, where someone's finally moving past this guilt and shame. It's like, it's not, this shame kept someone in their shell. Okay. It had them disillusioned about themselves. They weren't seeing themselves clearly because they saw themselves maybe through the eyes of someone else, or what they thought about them, okay? Okay. Okay. If you, for example, let's say you hurt someone, right? And you're like, man, I really hurt them. They probably hate me. They probably think I'm the worst person in the world. And you know what? I think I am the worst person in the world, right? That's how that leads to someone believing something about themselves. This could be you or someone else, but just roll with me here, okay? But it's something about someone else's perception of the situation that is making someone think about themselves in a way that is just off and is not true. And it's talking themselves down. They're beating themselves up. If this is you, stop doing that. Don't do that. That's just muddying up your whole thing here. That's stopping you from moving forward. But either way, I feel like that's going to come to the forefront. Someone's going to get that beautiful clarity there. Like, oh, I'm not trash, or whatever the case is, all right? Whatever it is, I can release myself of this guilt, okay? So that they can finally move on. Great. Alleviate yourself of this guilt, okay? Just move on, all right? You learn, we all make mistakes. We all made mistakes that made us trash to somebody at some point, okay? You learn, you know better, you do better. That's the best we could do in life, all right? That's it. We don't come into here with the cheat codes, okay? We all trial and error, bumping our heads, trying to figure shit out, all right? So, come on, be easy on yourself. All right. Embrace, look, the Queen of Cups, to stop someone from being this. See, even if they're this gentle energy with the Queen of Cups, but because they have this lie that they were telling themselves about them being trash or whatever the opposite is of the Queen of Cups, it led them to not be the Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter what the gender is. The Queen of Cups represents emotional balance, emotional stability, being soft, being tender, okay? It's shame and guilt about something that made them feel like they can't be this thing. And that's simply not true. Allow yourself to be this, okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. Allow yourself to be this, independent of other people's opinions. You know who you are. You know who you are at your heart. You know where your heart is. You know your heart. And yes, it doesn't mean that you're perfect, right? If you have this Queen of Cups energy, you could have made some mistakes and you could have hurt some people. But also, you can still turn it around for yourself and not hurt more people, right? Okay. Okay. This is a little heartbreaking because I'm feeling the guilt. And it's not necessary and it's not cool. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And nobody else is going to be kind to you like you, okay? If it's not you, then who? And don't be going out in the world looking for somebody to be kind to because you can't be kind to yourself. That's the setup right there. Be kind to you so you can treat other people. You can tell people how to treat you, okay? And then you can accept kindness in the world. If you sit here walking around feeling like, oh, I don't believe that I deserve kindness, or yeah, because I'm trash because of the things I've done in the past, then you're gonna just trash on whoever loves you, and that's just gonna be hurt people hurting more people. End that cycle by believing, like, despite whatever I've gone through, whatever I've done, I'm better now. You can get better. We all get better. We all change. Get better. That's it. All right. All right, what's the blockage? Yes, Star card. Star card and the Four of Wands here. That's a level of stability. That's healing. Believing in your emotional health. Believing in your new sense of stability. Despite whatever you've gone through, whatever you've been to others. Now this is you. Embrace that. This is what you're going to choose moving forward. That's it. Or are you? Are you going to choose this moving forward? Are you going to choose this star energy? Are you going to choose this stability moving forward? Or are you going to keep choosing whatever it is that you were before? That's up to you. In any given moment, you have a choice to be that, or you could be this. So as you keep choosing this more and more, this energy will become stronger in your conscious, okay? And this will become your personality moving forward. The more you choose to be this, then the more you'll be it, all right? Choose your healing, choose your stability. I feel like there might be, whatever. It's just time to close that old door of your old you, and release yourself of the guilt of whatever you've done in the past. I don't know what you done did. Okay, I'm just going by what the cards are saying. Nobody deserves to actually just keep all that guilt and heaviness on their heart. At some point, you're gonna have to forgive yourself. Okay, for whatever. If this is you, forgive yourself. And do better. It's one thing to forgive yourself. You can't say, oh, Hail Marys, and then go back and be the same trash, right? So that's a different thing. But do better, be better. That's it, all right? That's the best we can do. That's the best we can do. What's advice? That's the animal spirit. Come on now. We have porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mind, yeah. It's time to let go of who you were and get into who you are. And keep choosing to be this person now. I'm a loving individual now. I was an emotionally manipulative individual before, Queen of Cups in reverse. And now I am a loving individual. And I'm just going to choose in every moment, in my relationship, in my whatever situations I'm in, I'm just going to choose to be more loving. And it'll get easier and easier as you go. All right? It's time for a beginner's mind. It's time for new thoughts to come in. As you choose these new healing thoughts, as you choose these more stable thoughts, the more stable you will become, okay? But you just have to go through that awkward phase of choosing the new ones. Because the old ones that you've been choosing, they got juice because they've been there for a while. You've been choosing them a lot, so they got strong. You got to start choosing a new you. Every moment, in every moment, okay? Until it becomes your modus operandi. It becomes your new way of operating in the world. But the first step is to release the guilt of who you were. All right? All right now, come on now. Y'all done made me preach up in here. All right. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.